Hey cake lovers, today I'm off for afternoon tea. I'm going on a Friday. I've decided to take Friday off, going for afternoon tea at the Dorchester. My last afternoon tea was a voucher one and I wasn't that impressed by it. And the last few afternoon teas have been voucher ones and I thought let's go to a higher end tea that's, full price, see what it's like. I mean, I have been to full price afternoon teas before, but I haven't been to one for a while. But the thing is, even some high price afternoon teas are like, okay, that could be done better. Looking forward to go to the Dorchester. I don't think it's a themed one, but anyway, this is what I'm wearing. I'm obviously not wearing this. I've got this on because as much as it's August, it's chilly. It's like it's autumn. So this is just my indoor hoodie. But I am, as you can see, I'm wearing a dress, my earrings. We'll be leaving shortly for afternoon tea. It's a solo one. I'm going by myself. Fun fact, not all afternoon teas you can go by yourself. I've tried it. There was another afternoon tea I wanted to go to. I'll say the name, the Oblix. When I tried to book for one person, it wouldn't allow me. When I tried to book for two, it allowed me. So Oblix, you can't do solo afternoon tea. And I'm like, do you know how many people go out and eat by themselves? And you don't want to do a solo afternoon tea. But anyway. Dorchester, I was able to book. So let's go and see what this afternoon tea is like. Just to show you, it was £150 practically afternoon tea. But you have to bear in mind, I actually decided to get a glass of champagne with it. If I didn't, it would have been £95. But let's talk about it. So the Dorchester is a lovely hotel. It's a 5-star hotel. When I got there, my table wasn't quite ready. I was about 5 minutes early. So I went to the loo, and the loo's like, you go in there, it's like better than my bedroom. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, went there, came, freshened up, came out, went to sit down. It was nice. They gave me like a corner table so I could like people watch, which I liked. Took a while for them to bring me the menu. I don't know. It was just like about 10 minutes. I'm like, okay. Because my thing is, I'm paying like premium. I expect premium service. But I will say, before I go along, that the service in general, my server was Anor. He was lovely. He was so funny. He was like, and he was very, he was covering about 5 or 6 tables, but he was really good. Had yeah. So he got my menu, and I said, "This is what I want." I wasn't gonna have a glass of champagne, but I did, and it was I'm probably gonna butcher this. Billy Cart's salmon rosé. Listen, I'm gonna buy a bottle of that. I don't know how much it costs. But I'm not a big champagne person. But rosé champagne, I think, is something I can get by. And that champagne, lovely. I also had Chateau de Tap water. That's what he said to me. Chateau de Tap, I was busted up. Because you know me, I don't care. I will have tap water. I don't business. So we had that, and then I had the sandwiches. And the sandwiches, oh my gosh. Sometimes you go to afternoon teas and the sandwiches are the bread is a bit hard. None of that. And I wouldn't expect that for what you're paying for. I had 2 rounds of sandwiches. It was like, I had salmon, I think there was egg, there was like chickpea. Really, really nice. Oh, I did have a little appetizer before. It was kind of like a little flan thingy. I don't know. It was really nice. I had that before the sandwiches. And then I will say though, between the two rounds of sandwiches, it took a while. It took a while, and I'm not blaming the server for that. Obviously whatever's happening in the kitchen's happening in the kitchen, but it just took a while, and I'm like, it shouldn't take this long for a second serving of sandwich. It was like 15 minutes. It shouldn't take that long because of what you're paying. It shouldn't take that long. Had the sandwiches, and then the sweets came out. I had the scones, which I like, but to me they're a little bit small, but they were nice. Choice of jams, there was apricot jam and strawberry jam. I'm not a big apricot jam fan, but this apricot jam was really nice, really nice. I really liked it. Then on to the sweets. To me, it doesn't seem to matter whether you get a voucher, Groupon afternoon tea, or high end. The sweets are always disappointing. Always disappointing. There was like a rum barber, which was fine, but rum barber, they kind of soak it in lemon juice, or is it lime juice? Lime juice. As you can see here, I was pressing it too much. They soaked it too much. It was swamped. It was just like eating sort of a mesh of. It was horrible. and it's like, yeah, they put too much sort of lime syrup on this. Lemon meringue tart, just okay. I mean, something like that, which is quite a sort of simplish sweet, should be really good. Just okay. The best one was this kind of, it was like a kind of Victoria sort of sponge with filling in it. And that was the best thing, probably because it's just nice and simple. There was also like a chocolate flour tart, horrible. Just horrible. I don't know, the sweets, afternoon tea sweets, I think they should just keep them as simple as possible, because when they go into making all fancy, that's when it kind of falls down. And I've said this before in other reviews of afternoon teas with sweets. The simpler the sweet, the better it is. But anyway, yeah, in general, it was really good. Is it worth the money I pay for it? Probably not. Probably not. Like I say, if I didn't have the glass of champagne, it would have been £95. Is it a £95 afternoon tea? I mean, the opulence is really nice, and comparing it to my voucher ones, it's head and tails above it. So maybe it is. Maybe it is. I'm gonna start doing more higher end afternoon teas. I think my next one is probably going to be Duck and Waffle. I don't know if you know, Duck and Waffle are doing a high end afternoon tea from the 15th of September. But it's only £55 a person. And when I looked at the kind of menu, it's quite a limited menu. So I don't know, but I can't really compare it to this one. But I want to try it because they've never had an afternoon tea before. I don't think, Duck and Waffle. So I'm going to try that one. So that's my review. Let me know in the comments if you've been to the Dorchester for afternoon tea. Until next time, cake lovers.